Oh dear. Oh dear. Here's how I centered. Initially, centering required physically holding up my index fingers. What? Oh, fingers. Okay. Let's see, it would be this way, right? There'd be, one of them would be, my right finger would be off to the right and down. There. Holding up my index fingers, aligning them on an internal line, much like I drew on opposite side on the other page I showed you. Now, it's doable as a mental process as long as my fingers were aligned. I could think straight. I can't imagine why they wanted to put me in the cycle ward. The most distressing aspect of this to me is that I am someone who majored in English journalism. Now I have difficulties, small but obvious, constructing and spelling sentences. Editing and technology can save that. Most of us should learn to cut down the verbiage regardless. Keep it short. And your fingers aligned. Oh God, this is painful. This is really painful. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. It's so bad. I may bawl yet. If you've ever used a call card, you know that you have to dial 27 numbers at least. I don't think I'm exaggerating. 21, 27. Here I am. I can't focus without my fingers being aligned. And I'm having to dial consecutive numbers. And I had to call home. It was important. I don't remember what the reason was, but I couldn't get through. I couldn't get through, and I couldn't get through, and I couldn't get through, and I was so frustrated. And I bet I called 8 or 10 times, and I started crying, and can't get through. I'm sad, and I was, and I am. It was. Prednisone is such a torment. It's very difficult when you deal with this drug. It can leave you in a state. It's a necessary drug, but you definitely need to be prepared for the awful things that could happen to you. I've recommended a couple of sites that I found today that were pretty good. One was, I think he's either a doctor or a pharmacist. He was in a it looked like a pharmacy, chemist shop. For those of you in the rest of the world, I don't even know, even Canada maybe uses chemist. At any rate, a chemist / pharmacist, or he was a doctor, which translates into doctor everywhere. Even a lot of other languages. He was explaining what prednisone was about, and it was a pretty good discussion. Then there was a young lady who was taking it for Crohn's disease, I think, and she discussed the weight gain thing. She went from, I think it was 130 to, she gained an awful lot of weight on it. And she shows the before and the after photos of her. This was pretty distressing to me too. Not only do you pick up the weight, it's very difficult to take it off because of the metabolic changes, and that's discussed by the pharmacist / chemist. There are probably other sites that discuss it. This one I certainly try to give you a patient's point of view on it. I would hope that others would join in on this. There are people who experience bone density loss, which is a very serious side effect of this. You can have the same problems as elderly women, where you have your vertebrae crack and hips break, one thing and another. You can have broken bones because of stress fracture. There are ways they can test whether you're having that side effect, and it's something that if you are on prednisone for any length of time, you need to bring up with your doctor. Wash your hands. Learn to poke in the Mexican way. I don't know if there'll be any more of these, but whatever you do, if you take prednisone, realize that there are people who've gone before you, and they're willing to share these experiences with you. So if you start going crazy, you won't feel like you're losing it. You probably are, but you don't have to worry about it. It's a natural course of things with this miserable drug. You take care now.